agụghị ụzọ agụghị ọnụ chutute nhụpụta. What's up, family and friends? Welcome to the Woke Nation, our nation of factual truth, where we feel free to share knowledge and spread the knowledge of factual truth without fear, without terror, and without feint. It's a place where we encourage one another, where we encourage us to live our life and enjoy it well through the knowledge of factual truth because knowledge is the greatest, knowledge is supreme. There is nothing you can achieve in this world without knowledge. So you need knowledge. That's why you were born with your brain. Your brain is not a gift. You are born with it. Your brain is everlasting, is eternal, is forever. Your brain doesn't die. It retains things too. But when you were born in a wrong family. Every family that believes in some higher being, in spiritual being, or that's wrong family for you as a human being to be born in. I will never born in such family again. I will never. I will never born in a family of spirituality or family of religion. Never. I will only born in the family of science, where knowledge is supreme. People that will let you to, will watch you to see your path and they will help you to guide you in that path. Not people that will train you in the way they say is the way of the Lord. That's their slave master. That's why I say last time, your parents raised you the way the slave masters taught them or tortured them to do. So that's why they say to the slaves, train up your child in the way he should go. So when he grow up, he will never depart from it. That is the purpose of indoctrination and brainwashing, to keep you in that box. What's up, Wahab? You're welcome. So you need knowledge. With knowledge, you can do the impossible. That thing they say cannot be possible. Like they say that, well, some people already say African will never wake up. Maybe we take another 100 years. Maybe blah blah blah. If we have knowledge, we will get it done in weeks. It will not take up to even 5 years like that. So we can still do it in our lifetime. Don't give in to those who are discouraging you, telling you, oh, don't leave them. They will never wake up. I tried. I am not you. I was prepared for this before they were conceived, if you know what that means. So, welcome. Let us do this. I'm sharing with us today what I titled Our Dire Limitation. Dire limitation, the things that put us on the path of even suffering for something we're supposed to be enjoying, suffering for trying to see what we have or what we should be enjoying. So we see ourselves in that situation. And when you're talking about what limits us, when you go to the list, the first one is God. The beginning of our limitation is God. God is the beginning of our limitation. So, what do you mean? It's in their book. So, welcome to Bible study. Genesis chapter 11, 1 to 9. Read it. We were building. We didn't need any God. We didn't need any spirituality. All we need is ourselves, science, knowledge. We say, come, let us make. We made. We say, come, let us build. We built. Say, let us make name for ourselves. We were doing all that, building structures, inventing things, pyramids, sphinx, science, medicine, domesticating animal, and all that cosmetics. We invented all that. No, God. So when I say God, you know what I mean. White people, they came and saw our exploit and said, no, these people are one. Even this weapon we have can never defeat them. He said nothing they propose to do will stop them. I mean, we be denied them. I mean, So they are unstoppable. So he said, come, let us go and confuse them. Let us go and pitch them one against another. That's why Jesus said he did not come to bring peace to Africa. He came to bring division in the family. Now, because Africa was family, he said in a household, in a family of five, two will be against three, three will be against two. The father will be against the son will be against the father. The mother will be against the daughter will be against the mother. Is it not what is happening? But the credit you think there is a kingdom of God coming? No. We have what is greater than the kingdom of God or any kingdom. Kingdom is part of the things that mess us up. So God is the beginning of our limitation. The concept of God is enemy of progress. When people begin to think about God, it affects that part of their brain they use to for innovation and invention. So the concept of God is enemy of progress. Come on, read it there. Genesis chapter 11, 1 to 9. Say, come, let us confuse them so that they will stop building. Let us limit them. Let us confuse them. Let us pinch them against one another. Let them be confused. Let us scatter their language. And let them let them stop building. And when people stop building, they start worshiping. When people stop building, they start being consumers. They are no longer producing, they are no longer contributing, they are now consumers. Imagine Africa. Oh man, one guy, this guy in Egypt, he said that he got wisdom and have money to back it. Yeah, Abumbi. He said, I'm talking about you, Abumbi. You say something. I say, Abumbi say he got wisdom with money to back it up. Africans, no, wisdom don't need money to back it up. Wisdom goes with wealth. Money is not wealth. Money is a means of transaction. You have money does not mean you are rich. People having money does. That's why you see most people in Nigeria that I knew, they make money, but when small thing happen, or maybe they may seize their container, they become poor. You see them in the village wearing slippers again, or you see them in the street where they used to be big boys or rich men. You see, they say, "What happened? What happened to Malegas? What happened?" No, money is not. Oh yeah, you have couple of lands. You bought some land with your money. Say you know you need wealth. Do you have gold? Do you have oil? Do you have diamonds? Do you have those minerals that the world power are looking for? Or that minerals that make them world power? It's not this money. Money is the means they use to control us, just as they use God. So many of us have abandoned God. But how about money? Yeah, so money, yeah, we can make it. At least I've seen now some native doctors are coming up now telling people, sending people to go make money in abroad and all that. Okay, see? Remember some years I told you that time is coming when our people will begin to answer the call of native doctors saying God called them as they did with Pentecostal. Remember, in Christianity before, pastors or priests, all of them were what? Church rats. Then when Pentecostal come with the prosperity gospel, even women begin to open church. Women, before it were only men running from the call of God. They say your business is not working because God is calling you. You have to answer that call. Pastor, suffering with you must be poor. Because no, any pastor that is living well is not following the Jesus of the Bible. Any pastor that you see dress well, living well, marry, having car, enjoying things of life, they're not following the Jesus of the Bible. Christianity is the real antichrist in the Bible. So, but you see, when Pentecostal come with a prosperity gospel, women begin to answer apostle. You never see any apostle woman in the Bible or any woman answering bishop in the Bible. You know, he said that women should even shut up in the church and learn from their husband. But today, you see men will kneel down before them, they lay hands on them. All those things are against New Testament church or the Bible church, they read or Bible Jesus. Okay, so think about it. So the way our native doctors are packaging themselves like Akwakotiwarake in Oba, the other one, I think, is it Ajo? No, Ofia Farago, I think, in Asaba. So there's the other one my wife showed me, the something, a native doctor or a Dibia. with his wife in the nightclub, spreading money. You see, so we see our people begin, all those people that are left native doctor to join church or pastoral work. Very soon they will abandon church to come back to Dibia because they are following money. They are following money. They will say, oh, my grandfather taught me. Yeah, one time they told me I am called to be Ezemmiri or Wine. It is the money, the money. And that's how you get people. You see, so that's the system we are in. So we must learn how to use money also to get our people back. Yeah, if you're a native doctor or DBA, you can help people to make money. I support that. But the money you are making, you give them power to make money. How about power to safeguard your land or to protect your land? Fulani has men going and killing your people. Anyway, all of them are believers in God. So in that area, I understand it because we need to depopulate also. So for those of you that say, no, I'm against depopulation. Why people want to depopulate us? No, we have to do it ourselves. Some people will not stand, so they have to go. So that people that can stand will stand and fight for our freedom. That's how it goes. It can never be given to you. If they give you freedom, it is independence they give to you. And from year to year, you'll be celebrating independence. But you are doing that in the prison, in the cage, in the system they put you in. Celebrating independence, no problem. But the day you say want to talk about freedom, they roll a tank against you. So I want you to know this because I'm talking about us. Those who walk in darkness brings the light to the world. God cannot give you light. God cannot give light to the world. You hear what he said? He said God was in the darkness and he said, let there be light. No, light is always there. Light is in the darkness. It's in the darkness. You have to walk in the darkness to bring out light. That's why they vilify darkness, telling you, no, don't. But Exodus chapter 20, verse 21, their God, Yahweh, was in the thick of darkness. That's where everything you see image, it came forth in the darkness. When you want to develop picture in the darkness, the dreams you are building or the things you are building today started in the darkness of your mind, of your brain. That's where it came from. So I'm talking about the Lucifers, the witches and wizards of this time, us, the light bringers, people who walk in darkness, not people who scared of darkness. Not people who see darkness as evil. Light drive darkness is a lie. Light can never drive darkness. Even the book tell you that darkness will over. He said, "Do not do what so that darkness will not overpower you or overtake you." You know, darkness is permanent. Light is temporal. Darkness is permanent. Light is temporal. Darkness is not created, and the darkness give birth to light, give birth to everything. Their God was stealing from darkness. That's from Africans. Let there be light. Yeah, we give. Let there be this. Yeah, we are the one that made all those things, not any God. But they have taught us to the extent we believe their lies against our truth. The second thing that limits us after God is politics, or you can call it government. They establish it to, especially the corrupt government, so that they are giving us the information. It's what they want us to hear. They'll allow us to hear. You see how they censor us. I'm not talking about conspiracy theories or people that are talking about their political opponent, blah blah, supporting one party or the other. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the truth, especially the truth about Africa, because the only hidden truth we have in this world today is African truth. Every other truth, we know that. But African truth is hard for you to find people that know it, like myself. It is hard to find somebody like me anywhere else. We are very rare. And we are here to wake our people up so that we begin to embrace our truth. We begin to embrace ourselves. No more loving our enemies and hating ourselves, but now taking great care of ourselves, hating our enemies and dealing with them, using the same tools they use to enslave us to free ourselves and put them where they belong and usher in the natural system where every man and every woman live naturally, live well, not having somebody above other, not having lord and the slaves, no, not having kingdom and serfdom, but now having humanity, living well as it was before they invaded. So politics, they use those laws they make or those rules they put to suppress the African truth, to keep us under, to keep us good slaves, to keep us under control. We must know the reason they do that. Say, you are campaigning, you are doing all that. You are limiting yourself. From year to year is the same thing. They promise you this and do that. And there's nothing you can do. Why? Because they have weapons. They have weapons, they don't want you to have it. But Africans, we have powers that their weapons cannot stand. It is called African science. When you bring it out, that's what they try to believe. They say magic, it's evil, is the fetish. What? But you know it works. You see them run their mouth in the church, every power, but because they know there is power there. But they tell you, Mommy, what are power? Powerless power, nobody power, powerless. Okay, they are power, they are power, but you said they are powerless before you are God because you cannot stand it. Now you believe the lie that your God can stand it, your God can end it. But your God is not ending it. It's continue going. It continue going. So, but they have taught you it's not evil, whether you call it Mame water power or Oboni power. But people, especially Africans, have spiritualized everything. African science, they are using it for evil, using it to tie people, using it to do all manner of bad things. Maybe you didn't greet them as they want. They get upset. They say, I will show you. No, why can't you show that person to respect you? I said, why should you, somebody say, Oberebum Bongwe? No, Oberebum Mejidie, me Wuri Gwabacha, show people. No, look when he will confess. That person will never, anytime he try to go somewhere else against me, that person will, even the thought of it will drive him crazy. He will run mad. I am naturally built. I remember when I was pastoring a church in Ufuma. So this guy he was a herbalist selling, medicine in his shop. So but the wife and the children, they comes to my church where I was pastoring. So I don't know what happened. So at the time, this guy lay allegation against me, said that I was having an affair with his wife. I say, wow. And when you see me that time, I was young and I wanted to be like Jesus. So talking about women, you can't bring a woman close to me that time. Right? I'm not thinking about woman. I don't want to, because Bible, if you follow Jesus of the Bible, you will not let Mary Magdalene hold you now. You know what will happen. So I was like that. So I said, okay, I tell them, he will see what will happen to him. The man run mad from Ufuma. He was from Ezinifte, but based in Ufuma. I'm from Umuchuna, based in Ufuma, pastoring a church. It was when later I asked about him, they say, oh, that guy ran mad. I didn't say he will run mad. He said, but because that's naturally, I always know that I am not ordinary. You cannot do charm on me, work. You see, many times I said, take my name and go and give to any native doctor. Let them do anything. You will hear what they will tell you. They will say, leave him alone. Even I walk into any pastor's office, no matter the level of that pastor will know that this guy is too much. And I know the Bible more than them. I know that they were there before me, but I know it. And I was serious about it. I was not joking. What am I saying? We have to restore our powers. African science. Those miracles you see in the Bible never happened. They borrow it from what exploits our ancestors were doing. We were doing in Africa. That's where they borrow it. Somebody crossing water without water touching the person. Not the pattern erasure. No, we have such ability. Okay, my father used to have it before he became born again, but you, okay. When we do masquerade, look at Pericoma. Imagine a place you go, somebody tie a ram to a tree and ask you to untie it. You cannot untie it no matter how you try. You see the person tie it and you see it's something like, I used to do this. You go there, you sweat and blow. Now, some people that use power come and untie it, some of them die. I say, see, that's where it's wrong. Why do they stop that thing in Arondizog, Itebuna? Because Christianity church came. I met one Arondizog man here. He's maybe pastor or that. Say, see, Itebuna, they would have used it. It became very great ceremony or festival that people comes and in a big stadium they tie the ram there, go and check. It will become. I think you use it to entertain your people, to show them we have this power. Not maybe if this person do it, he will die or you will poison that person. No, that's where we gone wrong. When we begin to spiritualize our natural abilities, our natural potentials. My people, we have these potentials. It's not spiritual things, it's not spiritual powers. No, it is when you misuse them, that's when you begin to create cult, all that from them. Let me go ahead before I finish my message, before starting. Now, the third one that limits us is school system. You call it education, not just public education or those high institution and all that. School system is the main place they even indoctrinate us more. Like, go to Nigeria. If you go to Muslim area, they have Islamic religion knowledge or science. Imagine knowledge, religion. You go to Christian dominated area, they have Christian Christian religion knowledge. So Islamic religion knowledge, Christian religion knowledge. And our native doctors are those who say they are practicing African traditional. They don't recognize them in any school system in Africa. And their children they send to school, guess what? That's where their children know about Bible, know about Quran. And they will stay there. Yeah, we must restore our power. We must honor our ancestors. We must do this. But you having children you sending to the same system that you're talking against. Your children are going to school there. They are teaching you, they're indoctrinating your children. Your children don't know anything about Africa. The only one you teach him, maybe this one you use it, can make somebody cripple. This one usually can make somebody go dumb. That's what you teach your child or your children. You're not supposed to go to Western school if you are real African. If I have any child from now going forward, I will never send that child to school. Instead, I will have any child that will go to school. Let me not have any child. Because many of you think it's a joke. Because that's one of the things that limits you. You get married, it limits you. You begin to have children, it limits you. That's why, can't you understand? That's why he said that before you become the priest of God, you must kill everybody around you. You must reject everybody. So that's Old Testament. Jesus said the same thing. Read it, Luke chapter 14, verse 26. He said you must hate everyone in your family for you to be his disciple. And you think it's a joke, you think it's not, it's true. That's why you see all those pastors. See, look at all those married pastors or those looking for power. Go and find out where they get what they're doing. It is from African science. But they get it from stupid ones who are selling them for cheap, for money, because they want to take care of their children. They see any beautiful girl, they want to marry her. They use juju and make her begin to follow them. And they marry her. And they begin to produce children. Really miss us. School system, education as you know it, this public school or public education, they are, or some of you call it private school, all of them, so long they are in that system, they are tools for brainwashing and indoctrination. The education is indoctrination. That's why they don't want you to educate yourself, because when you educate yourself, you question that one or those things they taught you in school. Because you know it is contrary. In that schools or in that school system, they will never teach you anything about Africa. All they taught us is who discovered the River Niger, Mongo white man, telling us about how white men help us. The people that killed us, they turn to our help. And that's why I say the thief now begin to claim he's our good shepherd. John chapter 10, verse 10. Chapter 10, verse 10. It's not true. So the school system, where they are teaching us to make money, they're teaching us to become employees. No, Africans, we were not employees before. Every man must take great care of his family. Every family must take care of themselves. Every kinsman must take care of themselves. But today you see Africans begging money everywhere. See them in America, see them in Europe, see them in Asia, see them in every cities. Money, 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 money. Come on. It started from the school. I want to have this. I will have that. I will have that. They're not even teaching you how to build in Africa. It's how to buy, how to work and make money and buy. Oh, that one is driving Maserati. That one is driving Coupe. This one is driving that. Okay. That's what made me okay. In primary school, I already planning how to become a rich man, make money, make money. I will buy my own. We must wake up, my people, okay? So that's why you see those educated fools. They are grown up and they are, some of them are elderly, some of them are so smart with their suits. And they will asking you, when you speak common sense, they ask you, who is your authority? Who is your authority? That's where do you quote it from? Which school do you learn it from? What is your skill of what is your authority? Authority from what? Which book have you read? No, my brain is greater than books. I don't need to read any book. You don't see me now say I want to write book. You don't know where we are going. Very soon, nobody will be reading any book. You know, they are turned book now into e-book. It's electric. Everything is electronic. Okay, bro? Everything. When you have our fathers were buying that big record, big one, you know, that big with you bring it out. If they tell you today, you don't even only, you just hold your phone, you be playing whatever music you want to play. Huh? You still looking for turntable. How about television? Those were that some of them you can't carry it before. But they're making it even to the extent that little children can help you carry it. You can think. You still going back. And they're dragging you back, limiting you. Read book. Book. No, that book limits you. The book you are reading, somebody is telling you what he know. Then how about yours? How about yours? They want to see how many books you see behind them. Books. Oh, books. That'll show you that person is smart. No. Wisdom doesn't, I mean, book doesn't mean you're smart. Books doesn't mean you are intelligent. It means you're educated. And those educated fools, what they will, which school did you went to? Or which school did you go to? Who is your authority? You know, okay, I quote Socrates. Okay, he's smart. Things fall apart. Yeah, he's smart. Though I know more than they. They didn't write the main thing. I used to clap for things for Chinua Achebe. Things were apart. My ancestor brother, right? Until I was listening to African music, Igbo music. He was telling me about how white men kill Igbo people in 1 December, I think 1949, just for asking for salary increment. Just ask something, at least we will celebrate Christmas. They are their fellow Christians. They brought them out and killed them. Their brethren, their own fellow Igbo men said, yeah, they killed them because they were questioning the authority. They questioned the authority. So those things they wrote, like things fall apart, is the one white people even allow us to read. If we write the main thing, they will not allow it. And that's why I want to be fortified so that we can be doing things our ways, not their ways. No matter the weapon they have, they will never stand us. Wake up, Africans. We have that power. So remember what I'm telling you. If those DBS can give our people power to make money, Yahoo boys stay in Nigeria and talk to somebody in abroad, and they listen to whatever they say and send the money with such authority. You don't know how to develop it. I know the secret. That's the solution to our problem. It is very simple. It's not secret. It's not something that you know. I've been saying that. It's not hidden. Wake up, Africans, so that you can begin to educate yourself. Personal education is not recognized in our land because they know personal education is like you thinking for yourself. So you begin to question the authority that be. You say, what? No, you have been subjugating us nowhere. No more. And that's what we must do. Oh man, this one, many of you will say, come on, what are you saying? This guy, you don't know what you are talking about. You are stupid. Okay, I'd rather be stupid than be spiritual like you. It's better be stupid than to be spiritual. Spirituality. Spirituality, which is the mother of every religion in the world. And they started with Africans' belief system, who begin to spiritualize natural things out of ignorance, out of fear of the unknown. I don't know what will happen, therefore, God. I don't understand this, therefore, God. How did this world begin? Nobody telling us, okay, I think in the beginning there must be God. God created that world. So if you're telling me to see God, what do you mean? See God? God created Himself. God created the world. Okay, the world didn't tell you God created, and God didn't tell you He created Himself. But you concluded out of ignorance, and you say, "Yeah, God created the world. Nobody created God. God created Himself." You are the one doing all the talking. God cannot talk because there is no God. And you recruit other people to be fighting or standing with you in your ignorance. That expect somebody like me, intelligent natural being like me, to stand with you or to accept what you're saying. Fuck it. I don't want to. I don't want to see. I need to see. I don't. You hear what I say? I don't want to see. I need to see. It's important. In fact, that is the only ground on which I can agree with you. If I don't see it, I don't agree with you. I need to see. Spirituality. So you see people spiritualizing nature. Then you see them trying by all means, to limit humanity with that. No, it's supposed to be unlimited, and that's how we can grow. That's how we can invent things. But with that limitation, like in spirituality, you begin also to create cult. No, it belongs to only these people. If you want to get this knowledge, you have to join us. No, it's supposed to be natural, like the sun. The sun shines for everyone. There's no sacrifice you need to do for you to enjoy the sun. There's nothing else you need to do to enjoy this. All you need to do is just live. And that's how it's supposed to be. So you understand that when you're talking about belief system, it is easier. It is easier to believe than to know. That's why many people choose to believe. So it's like when you read the Second Chronicles chapter 20, verse 20, it says, "Believe in the Lord your God, you will be established." Right? That's Second Chronicles chapter 20, verse 20. Then you go further in Isaiah chapter 7, verse 9. He said, "If you don't believe, you will not be established." Do you get how it's going? Then you go to John chapter 3, verse 14 to I think verse 19. Begin to talk about belief. He said, as Moses lifted up the serpent in the wilderness. I like the way somebody put it. He said, God caused the serpent. Then later, he told them to look on the serpent now to be healed. Think. The same way, he chased them out of the garden for knowledge because they acquire knowledge. He chased them out of the garden. Then later, he said that these people, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. He's the one who forbid them from knowledge. Then they get knowledge. He chased them away. Then chose a people to worship him now. Then he's still crying that those people are being destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because you made them without knowledge. It's the serpent that gave them knowledge in the first place, as your book say. So he said, you believe. He said, God so loved the world, he gave his son. If you believe, you will be saved. If you not believe, you are doomed. So if you don't believe, you're lost. That's where the belief system comes in. If you don't believe, you perish. Say that God is wicked. I share it in the book of Amos. He said, seek the Lord and live, or he will sweep through the tribes of the house of Jezebel. Idiot. And begin to kill. I said, God cannot go through my house. I'm above God. He cannot sweep through my house. My blood is over my house. Whenever that God sees my blood on top of my house, he will pass over my house. God cannot do anything to my house or through my house. He cannot go through my house. Never. Can never. I'm above God. So they want you to believe to be established, believe to be saved, believe to prosper, believe this, believe that. No, you cannot achieve anything by believing. Belief has no place in humanity. Faith has no place in humanity. Hope has no place in humanity. Love has no place in humanity. It's knowledge we need. When knowledge is there, you will equip your house. Without knowledge, you cannot even build. Not talk less of equipping the house. You need that knowledge, Africans. Trust spirituality, trust religion, and begin to embrace African science. No matter the God you're serving, no matter the Jesus you believe in, you never see them. You just believe blindly. And that's why you are rejoicing that, hey, they will save you. You will even brag. Like in 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 12, he say, I know in whom I believe. I am persuaded he is able to keep that which I have committed into his hand. You don't know in whom you believe. No. That's why you believe. If you know he will not believe, he said, I know. They say, show me. He says, see him. Even the Jesus that preached God, the dead disciple said, show us God. John chapter 14. He failed to show God because he didn't know what he was saying. You cannot say you believe in God and be a truthful person. It's impossible. No matter what you are saying, you say you're fighting for just cause, but you still believe in God. You are not a truthful person. Something is wrong with you. You have to trust God and live humanly. There is no place for faith, hope, and love in reality, which the spirituality wants you to be living by. Live by faith. Have hope. Love. Don't love yourself. Love is evil. Love is full of promise and fair. It comes with laws and rules that limits people. You have to trash it and live your life. Oh, there is this thing they said in Isaiah chapter 35, verse 4. It says, say to the weary, to those who are faint-hearted or something like that, say to the weary one, you say, your God will come and save you. And that's what they have done to the slaves. Slaves are humble, waiting for a savior. Do you hear what I say? Slaves are humble. That is supposed to know that humility is against humanity. Slaves are humble, waiting for a savior to come and save them. He will come and save you. He will come and save you. Say to the weary one, your God will surely come. He will come and say, I used to play that dominion when I was a Christian. But there's no God coming to save you. Millions of people have cried to that God, he did not come and save them. The Jews in Germany, they cried. God did not come and save them from Hitler. America and their allies have to come and be saved. It is people always. People are more important than God in reality. So with that, I'm calling on you to unlimit yourself. Remove those limitations. Spirituality, religion, money, things that limits you. Especially when you say you're fighting for freedom. You have to be yourself so that you can stand, even if it's only you standing. You have to, unlimit yourself. Dare to know, dare to see things. Don't let anyone tell you you cannot know everything. No, you can if you dare. So it's time you begin to engage your brain, thinking for yourselves. Don't believe, demand to see. Don't believe, demand to see. They say worship God. They say, okay, show me the God. If I see your God, I will worship you. And when you see God, you won't worship God. You will just dine with God. You need to be dining with God. You need to be dining with Jesus if they're real. Jesus said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, he will be in the midst of them. Not he will be in their dream. Not he will be in their vision or revelation. No, he will be in the midst of them. And he showed them example in Luke chapter 24, 36 to 43. He said they were there. When they saw him, they thought he was a spirit. He said, no, I'm not a spirit. Touch me. Touch me. They touch him. They still doubt. He said, do you have any food there? So if God is real, dine with God. Stop making God on an unseen guest or unseen whatever. If Jesus is real, dine with Jesus. Don't believe anything. Demand to see. They say there is God. I want to see God. Say I cannot see God. Then shut up. Don't tell me there is God that I cannot see. I would be a stupid person to believe that or to accept that. He said, Jesus is died for your sin. Let me see Jesus. Why are you the one talking? Are you the Jesus? No. I want to see the one you say that died and rose again. Let me see that person. He said, I cannot see it. Then you are stupid. I cannot listen to you. Wake up. Fear not your African science. Question everything and believe nothing. Question everything and worship nothing. That's how you begin to embrace again your African science. In African science, you will see all the lies they told us, and you will be more angry the more you know about it, and you will be bold enough. You won't be moved with their word. Oh, you have sold your soul to the devil. I say, if I have one, my parents sold my soul to God. So God never give it back now. God never give it back to me. So I don't have soul. I am a human being. I don't need soul. Okay? So when you don't know your truth, anybody can fool you with the script they wrote. And the reason why they wrote those scripts you call scriptures or holy book is to keep you docile and very passive. You become gullible. Begin to love your enemies and hating yourselves. Begin to kill your brethren for Muhammad. Begin to kill your brethren for Jesus. Begin to hate your people, even yourself, for Jesus, for God of Israel, for Muhammad, for Allah. Because you are stupid, you don't know your truth. Don't you see they copied everything they wrote in that book from you? And they're still competing over you, killing themselves too. Unlimit your brain. There are things you imagine them, you say, no, no, it's devil. No, it's not. You see them, you say it's nightmare. It's not. It's a message. Get to know what it is. I'm asking you to dare to know and live humanly. It is possible. God in me.